Obasanjo and others hiding hatred for Buhari under umbrella of insecurity. Femi Adesina slams former leader over alleged plot against president. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. He recorded that the former Nigerian president wrote Buhari an open letter asking the president not to seek a second term in office. Presidential spokesperson Femi Adesina is taking a swipe at the former president Olusegun Obasanjo over his letter alleged plot to settle President Muhammadu Buhari. Adesina, in an article on Friday, alleged that Obasanjo and other critics of Buhari are hiding under the umbrella of insecurity to prove their hatred for the current president. Though he gave a veiled reference, Adesina said there had been a report that a former president rallied all living former leaders to pass a vote of no confidence of Buhari and had waited for Obasanjo to debunk the story, but that has not been done. He recalled that a former Nigerian leader wrote Buhari an open letter asking the president not to seek a second term in office. Obasanjo had, in an open letter ahead of the 2019 presidential election, told Buhari to jettison his second-term ambition over the failure of his administration to tackle the nation's challenges. On July 15, 2019, Obasanjo wrote Buhari another letter saying the world, especially Western countries, has been warning Nigeria against descending into a state of violence because any outbreak would be difficult to contain. He urged Buhari to stop the members of hatred, disaffection, and violence. Adesina in his article wrote, there was a story that made the rounds over the weekend. A former military leader who also became a democratically elected president for 2 terms has been reportedly mobilizing all living former leaders to pass a vote of no confidence in President Buhari due to the country's security challenges. It was reported that only General Yakubu Gowon boycotted at the idea and opted out. I have been waiting for the story to be debunked, but it has not happened. Let's then assume that it is true. The agent provocateur has been known as an antagonist of Buhari for a number of years. In fact, he publicly wrote in a letter in 2018 commanding the president to dismount from the horse and allow another rider to mount. The incumbent demurred. Is it not democracy? Let's test our strength at the polls. The former leader mobilized against Buhari, publicly endorsing his former deputy in office, whom he had earlier destroyed and treated like something the cat dragged in. The election came and they were all beaten black-blue. How does he then think Nigerians will accept his constant haranguing of government as something actuated by positive motives? It is sour grapes, pure and simple. Do we have security problems? We do, just as many other countries of the world. How then do we solve those problems? This is what you expect to hear, and not playing of petty politics under the umbrella of insecurity. Some of these issues are historical, transcending almost every administration we had. They are almost as old as the country. Some others are relatively new: insurgency, banditry, kidnappings for ransom, and have the imprint of foreign backing, particularly in some parts of the north. What is the way out? For the internecine ones, it is crystal clear that no government can legislate peace. The people themselves must resolve to live together and accommodate one another. No group can wish the other way under indigent versus unsettler sentiment. We must resolve for peace. They must not only seek peace but also pursue it. As for insurgency, banditry and kidnappings, the government is rising to the challenges. Yes, there are successes and reversals at a time, but there is no doubt that the necessary efforts are being made. It is therefore unconscionably to make it appear as if nothing is being done. It is a power struggle, a class struggle, an economic struggle, but at last, Nigeria shall win. It is the sacred duty of the government to provide security of their lives and property. Our constitution says it in black and white. No leader will be happy to see his citizens killed. That is why, more than any government before it, the Buhari administration has funded our security agencies, trained and equipped and motivated them. They're out there fighting to keep us safe The least we can do is pray for them, encourage them, not engaging in petty power play, which amounts to dancing on the graves of the dead. Femi Adesina has spoken. In my own opinion, I am saying this is not the way to go about it. Calling out the vice, calling out the president is certainly not the way to go about it. And we know that. Who said the president has not given them suggestions and solutions on how to go about insecurity? Do you know how many times I have read articles of how the president, how the former president, both the immediate past president of Nigeria and the person of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and the former president of Nigeria, President Olusegun Obasanjo, has come together and given suggestions on how this country can be made better, and it was ignored? I don't think Uncle Femi has gotten any of the letters. The president, as far as I'm concerned, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, yes, nobody is above blame and sentiments and everything going on in the country. But he has not stopped. He has been giving, and see, he told your principal to not contest. Your principal contested, and you think you won. You think you won. You think Nigerians do not know what happened. When clearly there was so much insecurity, there was so much hardship, Nigerians wanted out. And you were here saying that you won at the polls. Uncle Femi, I am very, very disappointed. Some ears can speak without thought. How has killings and insecurity all over Nigeria translated to hatred for an incompetent president? Help me and ask this question. I guess the entire country and victims of insecurity deliberately hates Buhari. Do you know that Obasanjo lives here in Nigeria? Do you know that he lives in Nigeria and he is to be bothered just like everyone is bothered? Are you aware? Always sounding disconnected. I repeat, there is no way you can work with Buhari and remain the same, no matter how educated you are. It is not funny. I've asked this question before. Is it that when these people get into power, it's like something happens to them, they transition from their old self to